Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. Welcome to the Prosperity Mindset Live. We're here every single Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. As you're coming on, let me know you're on, your name, and what part of the world you're coming in from. Welcome to the Prosperity Mindset Live. As you're coming on, let me know you're on. Send me some energy, some hearts, some emojis. Do me a favor. Comment, like, and share right now on your Facebook page. Let everybody know we're live, and we'll get started here in a couple minutes. Good morning. Welcome to the call. Good morning. Good morning. See you coming on. Clem, Lonzo, Karen, Teresa, Dr. Knights, Greg. As you're coming on, let me know you're on. What city you repping? Good morning. Welcome to the Prosperity Mindset Live. We're here every single Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Patty. Good morning, Miss Ebony. Good morning. Good morning. We'll get started here in just a couple minutes. Good morning, Miss Pugh. Good morning, Mr. McCain. Miss Adams, good morning. Michigan, do me a favor, comment, like, and share. Let everybody know on your Facebook Live that we're live right now. Miss McClary, Rochester, New York. Miss Opal, good morning. Good morning. This is the Prosperity Mindset community. This is an empowerment group. This is a group, a community that we believe that more faith, more family, more prosperity is the key to our success. As you're coming on, let me know you're on. Melanie, Florida, good morning. Miss Keisha, good morning. Lonzo, DMV, Miss Tedra, Philadelphia. Miss Edwards, Naptown. All right, good morning. Miss Lamorla over in Little Rock, Arkansas. Good morning. As you're coming on, let me know you're on and what city you're coming in from. We'll get started here in a couple minutes. Miss Cynthia Williams, Daytona Beach. Miss Denise, good morning. Miss Holloman, good morning. Miss Buckley, good morning. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gents. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. All right, good morning. Delaware. All right. Do me a favor. Make sure you're sharing it right now on your Facebook page that we're live. All right, Miss Tedra, Philly, Tom, the Big Island over there. Good morning, everybody. More faith, more family, more prosperity. Happy Tuesday to you. Today's another big day. Miss Lynette, good morning. We'll get things started here in just a couple minutes. Give everybody a chance to get settled in. Miss D, good morning. All right, Atlanta's in the house. All right. Miss Angela Slate, Detroit, the Big D. All right, Miss Storm, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, Ken. All right, we'll get this thing started here in a couple minutes. As you're coming on, let me know you're on. Welcome to the Prosperity Mindset. We're here every single Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, designed to get our day started right. So good morning. Good morning, Miss Pat. Good morning, Miss Judy. Good morning. As you're coming on, let me know you're on and send us some positive energy. This is a group of individuals that we build each other up every single morning. Bob Tony, Miss Williams, good morning. Mr. Copeland, good morning. All right. You guys ready for another great day? You ready for another great session? You ready for a great week? You ready for a great month? You ready for a great year? Let me know. Good morning. Florida's in the house. All right. All right. Get this thing started. Get this thing started. All right. Marco over in Ecuador, good morning. Good morning, everybody. All right. Give me a 7 if you're ready. You ready to roll? Give me a 7. You guys ready? You guys ready? Lady, you ready? Another big day. All right. All right. Happy Tuesday to you. I appreciate everybody jumping on. We're here every single Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. It's designed to get our day started right. Today I want to talk about, I want to bring something into the fold. You know, we got to have systems. As we're building our team, we're building our organization, we got to have systems. And I think a lot of people, when they get involved in our industry, relationship marketing, they get in with a different mindset. Their mentality isn't congruent with the results that they want. The activities and what they're saying and what they're doing is two different things. And we want to make sure that we're on the same page. But I want to kind of give you an example. Most people that get in our industry, they come in our industry, they're excited about the industry. They know that the industry can pay big dividends, but they truly don't have any systems. They really don't understand what this industry is all about. They don't understand the psychology behind it, you know, the activities that we should engage in every single day. And this morning, I'm going to ask you a question. Are you fishing with a pole or are you fishing with a net? Are you fishing with a pole or are you fishing with a net? So what do I mean by that? Most people that get in our industry, that come in our industry, they're fishing with a pole. They're out fishing on a bank. They're putting some bait on the line and they're throwing it out in the ocean. And they're hoping that they grab a shark. They're hoping that they grab a whale. I hear people say, I'm out looking for networkers. I'm out looking for people of significance. I'm out looking for people that can make a difference. Well, once I understood the dynamics of really what this industry was all about, I was able to start fishing with a net instead of fishing with the pole. Now, let me break this down because this is critical for all of us. If you want to have great success in your life, in your business, in this industry, this is important. Most of us are fishing with a net, and what I'm referring to is this. We're out there exposing one person at a time. We don't have no clear-cut system. When someone comes in our business, we don't know what to do with that person. We don't know what activities they should be engaging in. And we're just fishing with a net, fishing with the pole. And every now and then we'll get a bite. Somebody will jump on the hook, and we'll bring them into the boat. But we'll bring them into an organization that doesn't have any systems. We'll bring them into an organization that might have some excitement, might have a few people making a little bit of money, but there's really not no systems in place. So they're bringing this fish in. They're excited about this fish. This fish could turn into something. This fish might be quote unquote a whale or a shark or a dolphin, whatever analogy you want to put to it. But when they get in the boat, after a couple of days, the excitement wears off because there's no systems in place. There's no systems in place. So we're only catching one fish at a time. We're only getting one bite at a time. And then when we bring them in the boat, we bring them into our culture of our organization. We're not getting any duplication at all because there's only one fish. And then when that fish kind of doesn't do what we want it to do, we get discouraged and we throw the fish back in the water. We throw the fish back in the water and we say, this ain't the right fish. Maybe the person's not ready, or maybe, they got some distractions, or I'm just telling you from experience of what I used to say and what I used to do. And I would take the fish and throw the fish back out in the water and say, you know what, I'm going to keep fishing. And the next couple weeks would go by and I might get a little bit of a bite here and a little bit of bite there, but I never got the kind of fish that I wanted. I was only getting them one at a time. And the reason why I was only getting them one at a time because I didn't really understand what the industry was all about. Net work. Let me explain something to you. Once I understood what network was really all about, I start being able to grab schools of fish. I start being able to bring hundreds of people in my boat, thousands of people in my boat, because my reach in the ocean was much bigger than just one line in the pole, like one line in the water. Now let me break this down because this is critical. This is where things start happening for me, is when I understood it wasn't about my pole, it was about the net. See, the more people that you have on your team that's plugged into systems, the bigger the net is. Network. So now that I'm throwing nets in the water, I'm bringing up hundreds of thousands of fish into my boat. Hundreds of thousands of fish into my boat, where when I didn't have any systems, I was only catching one fish at a time. And I was only working with one person at a time. So what we had to teach our team is this. We had to teach our team this. The more people that I have plugged into my system, the more nets that I have in the ocean to catch fish. And when they bring them in to the boat is the system. See, once we bring them into the boat, now the system can teach those fish how to do what? Expand their net. See, once I understood that, my whole goal was to teach people how to turn their pole into nets and bring them into the boat. Bring them back to leadership. and plugged them into leadership and systems, then it started happening for me. I'm going to repeat this again. How wide, how big is your net? How big is the net? Are you fishing with a pole or are you fishing with a net? Network. Network. See, your success in this industry is your ability to get a large group of people to do a few simple things over a consistent period of time. Your ability to get a large group of people to do a few simple things over a consistent period of time is success. So if I got a bunch of people doing 3 exposures a day, I got a bunch of people doing 3-way calls a day, I got a bunch of 3 or 4 people doing a couple simple steps. See, it's not about getting the masses to do a lot. It's about getting the masses to do predictable activities that's going to give you results. Getting a large group of people to do a few simple things over a consistent period of time. So 3 exposures a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at night. Plugging them into the blitz calls, doing 3-way calls. See, once I was able to start teaching my team how to create the network, that's when it exploded. But see, we got too many people on here right now that are out there fishing for sharks, and you ain't a shark. Fishing for whales, and you ain't a whale. But see, if you understand the system, you could be a minnow and bring in a shark if the systems are in place. If the systems are in place. See, leadership is to teach people how to build their net, get their net wide, get their net with some depth, and bring them back to the boat, bring them to the leadership, and plug them into our systems, our training, our culture, our belief, our passion. When that happened, it exploded. It exploded. But most people are out there fishing with a pole. They're on the side of it, sitting on the dock of the bay, you know, with the times rolling away, and they ain't doing nothing. They don't have no systems. They get it, and then that's why when the fish jumps off the hook, that's why they're so disappointed, because they don't get bites that often. So when they get a bite, they think it's a whale. They think it's a shark on the other end. But when you're fishing with a net, you're getting hundreds and thousands of people coming into your business, coming into the culture, coming into your business. So if one is a bad fish and ain't the right fish, that's okay. We got hundreds more coming in. We ain't got to be acting all desperate. Fishing with a net, or are you fishing with a pole? So I'm a country boy. I can take you out here right now and show you some chickens. Y'all don't want to see them chickens. But my point is this. Fish with a net. Quit fishing with a pole. Have systems. Plug them into leadership. Quit trying to be the Lone Ranger. The Lone Ranger had Tonto. Batman had Robin. Okay? You got to understand. When you get a big fish on the line, it's something else. When you do get a big bite, pass the pole. Don't sit there and try to bring it in when you know you're not a professional fisherman, but you got the biggest tuna on the other line, and you're sitting there trying to reel it in, and you know you ain't no fisherman. Pass the pole to somebody that's a more experienced fisherman, and let us bring the boat. Let us bring the fish into the boat so we can plug them in and get you lit up. But now here y'all go. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. I don't need anybody talking to my people. You don't have any people. Because your people ain't going to be there. You might think you got people, but they ain't fishing anyway. They're just sitting in the boat. They're not fishing. Pass the pole. Please. Pass the pole. You're not a professional fisherman. Pass the pole. Fish with a net. Fish with a net. Network. Network. We get them on the boat, we plug them in. That no, I got a girl. I don't need nobody to talk to my people. I know what I'm doing. That's why you got 20 people in your business. Because I've been there. 20 people, then it'll go to 100, and then it'll implode. Then it'll go from 20 back to 100, then it'll implode. Then it'll go to another 50, and then it'll implode again. And then you're always rebuilding, restructuring, removing, re-cementing, re-watering, whatever you want to call it, because there is no systems in place. Net. I'm fishing with the net. Fishing with the net, not a pole. I don't care what kind of bait you put on the line. I heard everybody say, what are you using? I remember when I was coming, we was a kid, I said, what are you putting on there? What kind of bait you using? What kind of time, how much pound test you got? Where you drop, are you using lures? It don't matter what you use. You're catching one fish at a time. But when I got 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people putting 3, 4, 5 nets in the water a day around the world, I'm going to have more fish in the boat than you. So if we got to throw some back, I still got hundreds and thousands on my boat. You got to throw some back, you got one fish. And you don't want to throw it back because you think that fish got to be the one because that's the only one you got. Pass the pole. Pass the pole. Please. You're not a professional fisherman. You're fishing with one pole. Professionals, we're fishing with a net. Your whole goal should be this. Get my team to use tools. Tools. CDs, tapes, websites, conference call, blitz calls. That's the net. Throw your net out. See, when you're fishing with a pole, excuse me, y'all, that's you trying to do it by yourself. You're trying to be the deal. You're not the deal. You're trying to be the message. Be the messenger. Get the nets out in the ocean and let the ocean work for you. Tools. When your lips are moving, you should be doing what? Pointing, reading, telling stories. Not talking about yourself. People don't care about what you're doing. They care about how many people you helped. They care that you're committed to excellence. They care that they can trust you. They care that you can get them where they want to go. That's what they care about. But nah, y'all got to be professional. You want to be fishermen. You ain't never fished a day in your life. But you're going marlin fishing. Use the tools. Use the tools. The system. The system. Pointing, reading, telling stories. Pointing, reading, telling stories. Pointing, reading, telling stories. Not fishing with the pole. Girl, I know what I'm doing. Because I'm telling you from experience, because I used to say it. I know what he don't even talk to my people. Who does he think he is? He ain't all that. I'm going to tell him the same thing I'm going to tell him. He going to tell him the same thing I'm going to tell him. I don't need him to work with my people. Yes, you do. And I'm going to say this, because this is one of the biggest misconceptions of the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the people below you don't make you money. Please listen to what I'm telling you. The people above you make you money. Because if you don't have nobody above you, your power line to teach you the right way to do it, you won't have nobody below you. Does that make sense? It's your power line, the people above you that's going to help take you where you want to go, not your success line. Because without your power line, you don't have a success line. That's why leadership is critical. Leadership is everything. That's why you hear different things. You're like, how is that product moving? How is this company growing? They might have the crappiest product in the world, but they got the best leadership. I was sitting there reading about a guy. Y'all remember the Super Soaker? It was probably one of the biggest toys ever, the Super Soaker. The gun that had water in. Y'all remember that? It was probably one of the biggest toys ever in growing up as a child. The dude just got a $60 million check. I think it was a $260 million check. Simple idea. Simplicity. Systems. Then we go working with the wrong people. There's another one. We're always working with these shiny helmets. When I say shiny helmets, all these people that, quote unquote, hey, they got potential. They know everybody. Well, if they know everybody and they ain't talking to everybody and they ain't using the systems, it don't matter if they don't know anybody. They know everybody. They're connected. I'm telling you, when they get into business, they're going to pass you up. Go ahead and do it. Cracks me up. They're going to pass. That one guy said, well, Mr. Penn, I'm going to pass you up. Then he says, I'm going to take your job. I said, well, great. I'm glad you take my job because I don't have a job. So go ahead and take it. I want you to exceed my results because that locks my income in. See, when a leader does not want you to exceed their results, they're not a leader. Remember that. When a leader does not want you to pass up them, to become better than them, they're not a leader. Great leaders know we must develop other people around us to solidify our success. That's what it's all about. Who wants to go on vacation by themselves? Who wants to go to some of the most prestigious places in the world by themselves? I want my friends with me. I want my family. I want the people I love and I care about with me. That's who I want with me. I don't want to be by myself. I want my people with me. I want people I love with me. I want the people that was with me when I was struggling. I want the people with me that was when nobody else believed in us. That's who I want to be. That's who I want to be with. Systems. Do you have one? Do you have a system? You want to find out if you have one? Simple. Hang up the phone from now. Start calling down to your organization 3 or 4 or 5, 6 levels and say, when someone signs up, what do you do with them? If they start telling you about passing out something, you already know. You already know. You already know. Systems. Fishing with a net, not a pole. Fishing with a net, not a pole. Quit fishing with a pole. And then when you get a bite, pass the pole. Please, bury your ego. Because if you don't bury your ego, you're going to bury your check. Remember that. Your check's buried is because you got an ego buried. You got to bury that ego. You want your check to grow? It is what it is. So I appreciate all y'all jumping on here every morning and supporting this and learning from each other because, see, we're an uplifting group. We're a team. We're a community. This is not a company. This is a movement. This is a mission. It's a mission. Help our people grow. That's what this is all about. Leadership is everything. It's everything. Look at the world today. It pays for leadership. Leadership is rewarded in every facet of our life. Who wants to follow somebody that don't get it? Bury the ego, you'll bury your check. You're right. So I appreciate y'all jumping on here. It's funny because I'm starting to see people make a little bit of money and I can start seeing them change. I'm telling you, that ego will stop you. Don't try to put a thumb on people that's growing in your organization. Let them grow. Grow them. Grow them. Don't press them down. Let them grow. Feed them. Water them. Nurture them. Inspire them. Don't hold people back. Grow them. That's what tells me about immature leaders when they think that everything got to go through them. Everybody got to talk to them. Everybody got to have the same philosophy as them. They don't. Just plug into the system. My philosophy is the system. My culture is the system. My beliefs are the system. They're either plugged into the system or they're not plugged into the system. And your back office will tell you if they're plugged into the system because it'll light up. All right? All right, I appreciate everybody jumping on. This is the Prosperity Mindset. We're here every single Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. This is designed to get our day started right, to get our heads and our hearts working together as we go out there and do something significant. We're all ambassadors of hope, helping other people's pain end. Helping other people's pain end. I will until. I will until. I will until. Pass the poll. Pass the poll. fish with a net. We're fishing with a net. Get your people fishing with the net. Take care, everybody. Do me a favor, comment, like, and share. Make sure everybody knows that we're here every single Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. We'll talk to you guys later. Let's go out and do something significant. Be blessed.